Good morning. Welcome back to the DIY Dad. I'm Tracy and I don't DIY anything. As he is wont to do on a Saturday in the fall, Knox has gone to a football game today, and I have woken up this morning to a dishwasher that's been giving us some problems. And as you can see here, I have a lot of dishes that still need doing. So I got on the Google and I put in Bosch dishwasher E24 and found that that's an error code, meaning that your dishwasher drain is blocked. And given that I need to do a lot of dishes, I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix this myself today. So this will be a learning journey for both of us, and I hope that you learn something and I learned something too, and at the end of this, we got a dishwasher that'll drain and work. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so when I first started this journey a few minutes ago, there's a bunch of standing water right in here, and also some pieces of broken glass. And you couldn't really see what I was doing, but I put on some gloves and pulled the little pieces of broken glass out of here through just the filthiest, grayest, nastiest dishwater you'd ever seen. And there were little bits of like macaroni and stuff. And then I happened to notice that right in here, right in this little cap, is an arrow that points in a clockwise direction. So I twisted it, being the thinker that I am, and I'm gonna try twisting it again and see if I can replicate what I was able to do earlier. Oh yeah, so lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So twisting it toward the arrow tightens it, coming the other way, and this little thing will pop out. And what you can see here is, I guess, a filter. It's mesh and it's full of crap, so I'm just gonna assume that's a filter. And then down in here, let's see if I can get y'all a little closer here, is you can see a bunch of standing water. See how gross that is? That's supposed to be empty, I think. And so I'm just gonna feel around in there and see what I can find. So the first step we're gonna do, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna clean this filter. And I'll show you how we'll do that here in just a minute. Okay, I'm outside and I've got my hose hooked up and I've got my filter. What I'm planning to do is put this on, this is an adjustable nozzle thingy, and I'm planning to put it on jet because that's the setting that we use to clean poop off shoes when we step in dog poop outside. And it works pretty well for getting dog poop off the little creases in your shoes. And this feels like a similar activity. So I'm gonna give it a whirl and see about getting all the debris and filth off this filter. Whoop, whoop, goodness. Little power there. All right. Oh, that's doing great. Yeah, this is just the trick here. All right, now I'm gonna get into this little top housing here and spray it clean too. And then all over the little license plate here. Oh, that is so clean. Oh, I can do this all day. That is just so satisfying. All right, we've got that cleaned up. Let's take it back inside and see what else we can find to do. All right, so the other thing I'm checking before I put the filter back in is, you see I've still got a bunch of standing water in here. and I can't figure out what the reason for that would be. So I'm kind of digging around in here with a spoon to see if I find any lost objects, and also if there's any pieces that seem easy to get out. I see a bunch of stuff screwed down, but that looks like something that's going to be beyond my limited Google experience. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run a rinse cycle on this and see if we can get this to drain. And if not, we're going to go back and see what we can figure out what to do next. All right, we're back. We've just done a rinse cycle, and I'm going to pull this filter housing out again and kind of checking out the amount of water still standing down here. There's definitely less than there was before, but it's not empty. I don't know if it's supposed to be empty, but we're going to do one more thing that the internet said to do. Hush, nobody's interested in you. And we're going to take, I've got here 2 cups of just white vinegar, and we're going to run that through the dishwasher on the hottest, longest cycle and see if that will clean the rest of any residue that may be in here. Now, a couple things to note. I bet this is going to make my house smell like the inside of a pickle jar, which is going to be kind of unpleasant. But my other option would have been to run out to Home Depot and buy some dishwasher cleaning tabs, because I don't have any of those. And I don't feel like doing that. So we're going to try it with the vinegar and see what happens. So cross your fingers. I'll report back shortly. Okay, so we've been running the dishwasher for a few minutes, and I realized that last addition of the vinegar was a user error, because as soon as I dumped it all in, it drained right out. So there wasn't any vinegar left in the machine to clean it. So what I've done now is I've started the dishwasher and I've run it for a little bit so it's getting water in it, and that will hopefully keep the vinegar inside rather than draining out immediately. So we're going to restart this and see how it goes. Alright, well, F it all, gang. It ain't draining. So back to the drawing board on this, and Google tells me I can get something under the sink and check for a blockage at the hose attachment. So I'm going to try and force drain this so I don't have to get the shop vac out, because that's frankly more involved than I wanted this to be. But so we're going to try and force drain it by resetting it, and if that fails, I'll be back here with the shop vac in a few minutes. It's out of there. Now we're going to start again. Pull this little thing out and suck that water out. This is so nasty. Okay, now we're going to try and pop this little jiggy out. That's supposed to let you check if there's an obstruction in here, and you can see some general nasty. I'm going to dig around with my little knife and just see if there's any major obstruction, and I don't see anything. Looks like some little bits of turkey, some foulness. Rub my finger around in there and just see if I feel anything. That doesn't feel like the safest thing to do, but anyway. Okay, I'm going to shop vac that too, just because we've got it out. We may as well. Alright, so we run the longest, hottest cycle that the dishwasher will run. And good news is it looks like we've cleared the error message. We've got sanitized, clean, and 0 left instead of the error message. So we're going to pull it open and just see how it looks, and then see how it does with a full load. Oh yeah, so that looks nice and clean. There's just a little piece of trash there. Only a little bit of water in the bottom. I'm going to call that a successful repair. So, hope that was informative for you guys. Be sure and smash that like button, and I hope I don't ever have to do this again.